Hey guys, so I know a lot of you guys were outraged that Eeyore was missing. Eeyore was in the wash, and then I forgot to bring him up from the laundry area. So I did leave him there for a few days and I'm so beyond sorry. Also, lately my videos have been doing really well view-wise, but they've been getting demonetized. So that's really cool. We love missing out on money. But other than that, we've gained 20,000 subscribers in like a week. I don't know how that happened, but we're on 455-ish thousand subs. So that's incredible. We're literally so close to 500k and to my second channel, and that's obviously beyond happy with that. But obviously my Jeffree Star video was demonetized. I missed out on 400,000 views worth of money, which is incredible, just what you want. And then I remember I told you guys about my Leah Marie Johnson video where I missed out on 200,000 views worth of money, and then my Gabbie Hanna video was monetized and now it got demonetized after 600,000 views. I don't know why 3 videos in a row have in some like one way or another been affected by monetization, when literally for the last like 6 months I don't remember a video getting demonetized. Like, I don't know what it is right now about YouTube, but YouTube's just having a moment and I don't appreciate it. Anyway, subscribe, because once we get to 500k I'm gonna have a second channel where I'm gonna do more personal, but also Twitter, Instagram, follow me on there. It's a fun time. Oh my god, also Justin Bieber stans are something else. I did say that like his song and that he had to beg for streams and everyone's like, ew, you suck, go yourself. Then one girl DM'd me and was like, I'm gonna need you to take that video down or cut out the part where you talk about Justin Bieber. I was like, and who the f are you? What do you think you're doing DMing me like that? Last video, or the video before that, I spoke about Ollie from Love Island, and also someone told me in the comment section that lol, Love Island started in America, and I was like, babe, Love Island started in the UK in 2005, and then it started up again in 2017, and then Australia took it in 2018, and then America made it based on the UK show in 2019. You are a whole 14 years behind, darling. I love when some Americans think that America's like the only place on planet Earth where anything can happen, and it's like, do you not realize there are other places? I remember one time I was on Trend Mood and she was promoting Fenty's mascara, and the mascara isn't being delivered to America, and one girl in the comment section was like, why are you even promoting this mascara when it's not being sent to America? And it's like, babe, there are like 100+ different countries on this planet. You're not the only one. Like, America's not the most important place. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's get into it. So Love Island, the British show, had Ollie on it, and Ollie's pictures came out that showed him as a animal hunter. He hunts for fun, for sport, and then he takes a cute picture with them. And a few people in my comment section last time were like, well, you know, people hunt animals that they're gonna eat. Is he gonna eat a lion? Is that some kind of a diet that I'm missing out on? Because I'm sorry, when you're animals that are on the brink of extinction, I'm not exactly gonna give you a pat on the back, am I? So don't come at me with that. He's not hunting a cow. Anyway, so about 30,000 people signed a petition to get him kicked off, and guess what? He left because he still has feelings for an ex. I think he got kicked off. Anyway, Danii Cohen. Danii Cohen and her boyfriend broke up. You know Ethan, the guy that she was with for like 2 seconds, like her 10th boyfriend in a row now? Yeah, they broke up. So I'm guessing what happened was her mum realized Ethan wasn't bringing in the views anymore and she needs a new boy. So here's what Danii posted on Instagram. She said, hey guys, me and Ethan are not together anymore. I love him very much and always will. Thank you for making me forget about all my problems in my life and just be happy with you. This is really hard for me to say and I'm really heartbroken. He wanted to end our relationship. Oh, I guess sometimes people lose feelings. I don't even know. I wish I did. Thank you, Ethan, for a truly amazing relationship. I love you. I think I'm not even going to speak on this. Next. Recently, I've had a few TikToks from a certain TikToker appear on my timeline on Twitter, and I realized, wow, trash. It's basically this woman called Nurse Holly, and she has 1.7 million followers, and she posts TikToks where she tells you that Jesus is the only thing that's going to kill STD, and that if you don't want an STD, you should not have premarital sex. You're a nurse that's supposed to provide scientific evidence, and instead you choose to prioritize your stupid fucking religion and spread misinformation that is dangerous to people and is damaging to these girls that are watching this. This is why I'm not religious. To anyone that's going to comment in the comment section down below, I think it's one of the most toxic things there is, and that is the tea on that. I'm so sorry for this hot take. It's toxic because then you have people that become nurses that when someone comes to them and says, hey, I got a CD, somehow they're like, well, you shouldn't have then, shouldn't you? It's like, you should be ashamed at your nurse's office. I'm gonna lose my How does she have 1.7 million followers? And some people are speculating that she's not even a real nurse, that she's just doing this because then people will take her more seriously and take what she says more seriously. And it is one of the worst things I've come across on the timeline recently. So that's really cool. Next, Gabbie Hanna has a podcast. Why didn't I know this? She has a podcast and I listened to 2 episodes, and one of them is called The Dark Side of Social Media. It's the 4th one, and I put a lot of timestamps. I'm gonna put those timestamps on the screen because I won't insert all the parts here because then this video would literally be an hour long, but I'll insert timestamps on the screen and then you guys can go watch it and tell me what you think. But the general gist is that people get cancelled over absolutely nothing, and that people have this bandwagon opinion thing, and that everyone is like, once someone is disliked, everyone else is scared to like them, and that social media is just, she was basically going over like her career on social media and how she got cancelled for not being a supportive friend, and being manipulative and a sociopath and a psychopath and a pathological liar. And then she was like, yeah, everyone just jumps on this bandwagon of cancellation, and like, yeah, that happens, but that wasn't the case with you. So the fact that you're so outraged about it just goes to show that you still think that somehow you're the victim in this situation. And then she says, you know, some people, when someone is disliked, they will be scared to say that they still like them, which, like, she's mentioned before that that's how her fans feel, that she's had people tweet out saying things like, I still like Gabbie Hanna, but I'm scared to talk about that I still like her. And so everything she's saying this in like a broad sense of like, everyone goes through this. No, she's basically just saying this about herself to make herself feel better about everything and to make herself look and sound like the victim. She has this part where she says that she doesn't like putting personal things out there, when literally her whole channel is based on storytime videos about her personal life, but we'll ignore that for a minute. And that she doesn't like, you know, talking about like her personal problems on the internet because then she's made out to be the victim and stuff. But she also is like, I never talk about how good my life is and I never get myself involved in drama, when those are the 2 exact things she did. She got involved in drama with Trisha Paytas for no damn reason. She claims she doesn't get involved in drama, and then she does nothing but get involved in drama. I don't know if she does it subconsciously or like just not on purpose, but she's been in drama with Trisha Paytas, with Jessie Smiles, with Alex James, with all the drama channels. And it's like, at this point, you're the toxic one. She also has another podcast episode called Toxic Friends and Boundaries, and I think she needs to take her own advice, because from what I'm seeing, she's the toxic friend. She leaves her friends out to dry because she wants to push her career more and she wants to network more and she wants to, I guess, like push her career forward. So she has a whole episode about toxic friends and how she's cut them out of her life, when in reality she is the toxic friend. Anyway, going back to the dark side of social media, she's playing the victim still she's playing the victim. And all the episodes are with her friend, like an off YouTube friend. So obviously she's not going to disagree with Gabbie because she genuinely probably agrees with Gabbie and she's not actually aware of everything that's been happening. So I'm not going to go in on her friend because I don't think that's, you know, her friend's not going to sit there and be like, actually Gabbie, you're the toxic one, because they're friends, you know. But Gabbie Hanna definitely still playing the victim. Her podcast is a great example of that, because her podcast is an unregulated place where she can say whatever she wants because it's her podcast and no one's going to call her out on it because it's just her and her friend there. So she can say whatever she wants to still, in her head, feel like she's the victim and feel like she's not to blame for anything and feel like it's not her fault, it's social media's fault. It's everyone is looking to just tear her down and cancel her, when in reality we're just trying to hold her accountable for the behavior that she has portrayed on the internet over the last 2 years. So this isn't a us problem, this is a you problem. Going back to Gabbie Hanna, recently someone, Ready to Glare, bought her poetry book, which I was gonna do just like a used £2 book on eBay because I know they sell them used, and there is a poem in there called Concealer, which is something along the lines of like, I wear makeup because I have acne because I wear makeup, which is supposed to be like this deep poetry. And like I said, she in an interview claimed that people that are criticizing her poetry are just reading it very surface level and that they're not like reading deep enough into it, which, like, what's there to read into with this poem? It's 2 lines of like a meme. And actually people found tweets that were made before that book was made that are the exact same thing as that poem. So she didn't write it, she just copied it off the internet like she always does. She steals jokes, she steals poetry, and she steals your will to live. Nikocado Avocado, are we not tired yet? Yes, we are. Nikocado Avocado has now been making videos about Zach Choice, Zach ASMR, and Zach has now also pursued legal action. He got a lawyer involved. Well, that's that's now Stephanie Sue and Zach Choi pursuing legal action against Nikocado Avocado because Nick has been going off calling them, you know, like manipulative and basically just like defaming them. It's defamatory. There's an invasion of privacy there. It's a lot, and he could fully get sued by 2 people. And the matter of fact is that he's now started. Okay, I understood when he started drama with Trisha Paytas. Easy drama, easy views. He then got into drama with Stephanie Sue and Veronica Wong and Wang. Anyway, but to get involved in drama with someone that doesn't even speak on the internet and just wants to eat some food in peace, how can you get involved in drama with someone who doesn't speak, doesn't talk on the internet? It's you're talking with notes, because that's all Zach does. He just posts a note because he doesn't speak. Oh my god, I don't know how he manages to do that, but he does, and it's incredible. Well done, Nikocado Avocado. Next piece of tea is Emma Chamberlain. Emma Chamberlain has recently received quite a fair bit of backlash because she posted a video called "Dyeing My Hair for No Reason, Fail." It got 2.1 million views. It was on trending. It was posted, I think, 2 days ago, and it has 30,000 dislikes, which is, I believe, Emma's most disliked video ever. And she says she will bleach her hair and dye it blue. And the whole video is sponsored by Function of Beauty. I've been sponsored by Function of Beauty before. It is a shampoo and conditioner brand. And then she doesn't end up dyeing her hair at all. Not one bit. And then she makes a follow-up video called "My Worst Video Ever." And then she basically dyes one strip of her hair blue to prove that she didn't just do it for the views, but then she didn't. Then she did. Do you know what I mean? Like, she still did. And the comments under that new video are as follows: "Conspiracy theory. Emma faked this whole video. She didn't even put bleach in her hair. The whole video was only made for the sponsorship," because Emma claimed that the bleach didn't lift the color from her hair at all, like one bit, which is strange because bleach will lift color within like 10 minutes. That's why it's called bleach, and that's why it's so damaging to your hair, because it literally strips your hair of any pigment it has. So it would have at least made her hair a little bit lighter, and the fact that we didn't see any difference whatsoever before and after bleach is quite concerning. I literally just wasted 10 minutes of my life. This is probably the worst video she's ever uploaded. The last 3 minutes remind me of high school trying to meet the word count. How is this trending? It's just a sponsor and someone not dyeing their hair. Why is it that when YouTubers get to a high level of fame or a certain level of subscribers, they feel like they don't have to put in any more work or effort into their videos? I was excited to watch this video because I thought she'd look cute, but was so disappointed that she gave up. This was a pointless video, to be honest. Should have left this one in the drafts. I honestly don't think she was ever going to dye it. She just wanted money from a sponsor. I've been using these for quite a while, then shows 4 completely full bottles. She definitely had a mental breakdown. Did I actually just watch that for no reason? She only did it to get that promo. After this video, I'm sure convinced YouTube forces her on us. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love Emma, but the fact that she can get 1.4 million views and be trending on YouTube for a video of her doing absolutely nothing just frustrates me. Emma, honey, you should have left this one in the drafts. I hate these people who are like, I miss the old Emma, but I'm starting to agree with them. No hate to her, but like, these videos nowadays are boring. Emma, I love you, but you keep saying you haven't changed, but this video kind of shows that you have. Change is good, but not when it's setting your content back. Like, part of me thinks you only posted this because it was sponsored. She just wanted money, but didn't even try to earn it. Wow, no cap. You forgot to change the title or changing my hair for views. Me bored. Oh, haha, okay, I want to see how this goes. Me skipping for the dyeing portion, but it never happens. So, people are quite upset, claiming that Emma Chamberlain has recently changed. I know that's been like a big topic of conversation for the last 2 years or so. And yeah, she has changed. Change doesn't always have to be bad. But people always, you know, talk about how her merch is overpriced, how recently her coffee was overpriced. I know people have said it wasn't that good for the price, yada yada yada. And now this, you know, when you have a sponsored video, it does not mean your content has to be bad or any different than it would normally be. You don't have to put any less effort into it. And people are claiming that, you know, this was just a complete lack of effort. She didn't even try to do what she claimed she was going to do. And people, I think, just miss the old content where she actually tried. I feel bad for the amount of hate that she's gotten from this video. Like, these are all comments under the original video, and it got 30,000 dislikes. Like, yeah, it did get 130,000 likes, but 30,000 dislikes, 30,000 people dislike that video, enough to actually, you know, dislike it. So yeah, it's just a little bit sad. I don't know whose side I'm on. Like, obviously I'm not backing Emma Chamberlain in this situation. The video was trash. It should have been left in the drafts. It was a sponsored post, which makes it that much worse, but she does get hate a lot for all the other things, which makes me just feel bad for her in this situation, even though she is in the wrong. I feel like she's been hated on so much that now I just feel bad for her for criticizing her, but that shouldn't be the case, because if someone needs to be criticized, they need to be criticized. And, you know, it doesn't mean how bad you feel for them or how much you like them, you just need to criticize them. So, you know, I hope that next time she doesn't do that, because that was not a good move from Emma Chamberlain. And the last story of the day is Nikki Tutorials. I usually don't talk about her. I've spoken about her. This is the second time on my channel that I'm ever speaking about her, and it is for a half good, half bad reason. Nikki Tutorials recently made a video that ended up on trending called Coming Out, and it basically went over something that we were never aware of, and it was that Nikki Tutorials is actually transgender. She started making a transition at 14, I believe, and by the time she was, 18, 19, the transition was pretty much fully made. So once she started her channel, that was kind of towards the end of her transitioning, and she just never spoke about it because she was never ready to make that statement on the internet, which is obviously to be respected. People are not treated well a lot of the time when they are different because people are idiots, and that's the tea. But she received an overwhelming amount of love for that video from other YouTubers, from viewers, from everyone. But the sister of the owner of TooFaced, I'm gonna get into the tea. So Nikki Tutorials actually wasn't ready to make that video, which is awful, and she was forced to make it because she was being blackmailed by someone that said they were going to release the information about her if she didn't do X, Y, and Z. And she just made this video because she'd rather say it herself and it come from her than it come from someone else that is clearly blackmailing her and wants something from her. So that was already something that people were like upset about, because no one should be forced to say something that they are just not ready to tell people. And mainly when you have, what is it, like 10 million subs, you shouldn't have to be forced to say it to millions of people on the internet when you're not ready to. Obviously the most important people in her life know, but other than that, I don't think she was ever in some kind of a position where she had to tell us. That was her decision to make, and that decision was taken from her. And then the sister of the CEO of TooFaced, remember TooFaced, the company that pretty much just scammed her for money? Nikki Tutorials had a brand deal thing with TooFaced where she made a eyeshadow and face palette with them, and usually people are paid about 20% to 30% of the money generated from the collab. So whatever people make, if the company makes $1 million from it, they'll receive about 300,000, 200,000 from it. Nikki Tutorials was paid 50,000 for it, a set fee with no commission afterwards, and they ended up making $10 million from that collab alone. Not only that, but they also changed the quality of the palette after she already approved it, because when people started receiving their palettes, they were really poor quality compared to the usual TooFaced quality, and also compared to the palette that she approved. She approved of the usual TooFaced quality, and then people received, Primark. And she said that she received a lot of hate for it, and she had to build up her reputation from the ground up, pretty much, because they ruined it for her, and she wasn't able to talk about it because of obviously non-disclosure agreements. So that was pretty much what TooFaced did to her. And now she came out, and then, as I said, the sister of the CEO of TooFaced said, transgender, huh? That's not the only thing she's been lying about. In her bio of her Instagram account. So essentially what she's saying here is that she lied about all the stuff that went down with TooFaced, and that she also lied about being transgender, which, like, she didn't lie about it, she just didn't tell us about it. And in this case, it's not like she's lying to us about like a product, or failing to mention something about a sponsorship or something that we're actually spending money on. This time it was her personal life and her personal decision. She has no obligation to tell people anything about her personal life. She's a makeup guru, not a daily vlogger. Like, she has no obligation to tell us. And the fact that the sister of a CEO of one of the biggest makeup companies in the world is like, transgender, huh? Well, that's not the only thing she's been lying about. And then she changed her bio to, let's be clear, I love trans people and dislike anyone who lies to hurt others. Period. Well, that's not what you said, because the fact that you said, oh, she's transgender, well, she's been lying about other things too. It's like you're saying, transgender people owe us some kind of an explanation, and that's not liking trans people. That is expecting them to do things the way you want them to do it, and not the way they're ready to do things. She's also been very problematic before. She claimed that a woman of color was using her race to like bait people into liking her more, because she wasn't hired by TooFaced, because I think she believes that it was because of her race, which I don't know too much about that situation. And then the sister of the CEO was like, oh, well, at least I don't have to race bait, and half of my family is black. And it's like, so not only is she phobic, she was also racist. She also retweets a lot of like pro-Trump and anti like Mexican posts. Like, she retweeted stuff about like Mexicans passing the border, and yeah, just a lot of semi things, because Trump isn't the most like accepting and tolerant person there is to support. And then the CEO of TooFaced, called Jared, put out a statement saying, I would like to make sure it is understood that although I love my sister very much, the things she says or does have absolutely nothing to do with me and do not in any way reflect on my opinions, thoughts or feelings, nor speak for me or TooFaced in any way, shape or form. I've always stood for love, equality and kindness in my life and everything I do. I'm sorry for the hurt she has caused. Let it be known that I am truly shocked and disgusted to my core at her recent actions. I do not tolerate this behaviour and she is no longer an employee of TooFaced. I would like to say how proud I am of Nikki Tutorials and how inspired I am for her strength and sharing her beautiful truth with the world. I am sending all my love to her. Now, do I think this is just a PR cleanup? Absolutely. Does he actually mean any of this? I don't know. I mean, Nikki Tutorials and him didn't really end on good terms, but does that mean he necessarily hates her? Maybe not. And maybe this is coming from his heart, but I'm glad that his sister got fired because you can't have someone, even if they're family, working for your company and then trashing that company's name when that company's name has already been trashed and people are already tweeting that they will not be buying from TooFaced anymore. Like, I have one mascara from them and that's it. One mascara from them and I will just find a replacement because at this point I'm just not ready to be helping them out in any way, shape or form, even if it's just mascara. So I have one that I bought recently and I'm going to use it up and then buy something else because ew. But also in the past they poked fun because I know someone said that, you know, everyone was outraged that they scammed a millionaire. Nikki Tutorials is very rich, but they weren't outraged when he made fun of the Black Lives Matter movement, and he did. He made a cake, instead of Black Lives Matter on it, it said Rich Lives Matter, which, like, do they? I think you're privileged enough as it is, and people were just outraged by that, but they weren't outraged enough until he scammed a millionaire. But now with the whole transgender thing, that is more of a problem than Nikki Tutorials being scammed. I guess now people are actually outraged for a good reason, but they should have been outraged when he poked fun at the Black Lives Matter movement because that was probably when the line should have been crossed. But yeah, I will just not be supporting TooFaced anymore. That's cool. One less brand I get to spend money on, so that's budget friendly for me. I think more brands need to show their true colours because at this point I'm not ready to put money into any bank account that is this, like this. I don't need to do that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything, comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every other day or when something happens or when there is no delay. And follow me on all my socials, the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.